Salutations. I wanted to kind of start to get into how to deal with anxiety, how to deal with frustrations, how to deal with all these pent-up emotions that we kind of push, shove down, and stand on, and have them help us feel a little stronger, a little bigger than we are, a little nemesis building habits that aren't really understood. We just kind of bottle up our emotions, and then when we're in tight situations, they tend to get the better of us, and we can just say things in different ways that come off differently, that snowball their way out of control, and it turns into a little self-destruction. Our own protective mechanisms can tend to get on top of us and attack the host. So there's a couple things we can do when this is going on. How we breathe, how we're breathing. When you're really excited, your breath is kind of out of your control. When you're able to calm down, your breath is revitalizing, rejuvenating, allowing us to remember. And most of all of it is the hustle and bustle, the rat race, the craziness that is part of lines that go nowhere, frustrating conversations that tend to trigger us into defending ourselves, and just treating people we don't even know in some ways that we regret. And forget. So these are just simple reflections of some fear. This one's over here. She's over here on the walk with me for a little walk and talk. She's got a sticker. That's right. So yeah, kind of how we can slow down our breathing and thinking, to just remember that we have all the time in the world, especially when we're forced into waiting in lobbies or in line of any kind. You're kind of drawn to and from out of the present moment for any number of reasons. Just thinking of what we're thinking of can tend to get on top of us. So impermanence and not necessarily box breathing, because some of us aren't ready for a full 4 seconds inhalation, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and focusing on impermanence. But definitely breathe in through the nose, hold, feel all the energy that you filled up with. Exhale, empty mast. And just sort of just slow down and take your time. When everything in the external world is moving at its pace, at the pace of the brain, right? As fast as the brain can go. It's a little more difficult to remember that you are in charge of your state of awareness, that you're in charge of walking the dog, and how you are walking matters. The softest step quakes and shakes the ground underneath our feet. It's so much stranger to feel the power of stillness, the power of now, of slowness, of just knowing that you're not ever not where you're supposed to be. When something is happening and it's seemingly slowing anything that you are trying to put into motion, that there's a reason, that everything happens when it's intended, convergence and symbiosis, a symbiotic relationship with time and space and the simulation itself, reality itself, with life itself. We can kind of tend to program our defense mechanisms, our protective mechanisms, to fill in the blanks with some spooky ideas. And then, come on, pup. And then the subconscious will use pictures in sort of like the magic eye, since you have a third eye, a third optic nerve that didn't form an eyeball, connected to the brain and the pineal gland. It's sort of like when you close your eyes, you're looking at a magic eye picture. And the subconscious uses mental pictures to fill in the blanks and sort of give us signals, all of our emotions, fear and excitement, anxiety. It's all an interpretation project that we can tend to mix things up quite easily, and just those signals can get a little aggressive on the host. So sort of getting on top of them is a beautiful gift that I would love to share, and we'll be getting into more how to do some breathing, how to do some thought control, reasons and why these things work, thanks to neuroscience and all the ancient religious texts across the world, across the globe, myths and things of that nature. There's so many wonderful people that I would love to introduce to you if you haven't already heard of people like Joseph Campbell or Alan Watts or Dr. Joe Dispenza or namaste. Thank you so much for your time, and have a blessed holiday.